Hello guys, Slightly Mad here. I normally do guides for games, beginners guides, etc. This specific guide is basically how to not be glitched by our lovely friends from the Far East. I've basically been on an official server and I've been raided every day for the last 4 or 5 days, 2 sometimes 3 times a day, and I've learnt from it every time to the point of they're not going to get me unless they use a god. This is complete suicide making this video, but to be honest, I'm an older gamer. I really don't care if they destroy all my stuff because they can't take my levels. All I need is cloth and a mallet and I can just keep levelling away. I don't need to store any loot and I'm happy. Because when these get region locked, stroke ping locked, they'll be removed from the game and that should be happening shortly. They are using VPNs to bypass this region lock, but when the ping block comes out, then they won't be able to play on this server, so I'm just going to keep leveling. It's cool. So this is how they do it. This is my base right here, and every day I get raided by them. They get inside my base and they don't cause any damage to my base whatsoever. The classic trick they do is during the night time they will DDoS the server and crash it, which causes a bug, and all your ladders come back and become reattached back to the base. Then all they do is stand at your front door and they keep logging in and logging out using their awful ping, and it glitches them through a horizontal surface, and that it being a wall or a door, it doesn't matter the tier, they will glitch through it. So now I'm going to explain where my old base went wrong and why my new base works and how they get in. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to get to level 23 before you even consider building a base, because it's simply more secure. You don't need to build up a mountain like this. This is where I built originally and I haven't moved because they're my next door neighbours and I'm too stubborn. Alright, so how are they doing it? Basically there's parts in this map, like on top of these hills, where you can fall through the world and basically go under the world and swim. They're coming up in between the walls, so anything that's connected to a wall like this, any part of the scenery you see, like these big mountains here, they can get to the top of. If they're above your base, they will drop onto your base and log out, basically taking no fall damage whatsoever and landing on your roof. With my base, my main fault was this wall here. Yes, I could put walls in front of it, but because I've got this terrain in my base, the Chinese are literally coming up through the floor. To attack the other side of my base, they're coming up through this mountain here onto the top. They removed one roof tile here, allowing them to drop down there. They would do the log in log out trick and it would teleport them straight inside my base. So if you like to remember the rules, any surface and horizontal trajectory through it, which means nothing on this base is safe from them whatsoever. And this is how I invented my new base. Remember, they can get to this point here, they can glitch through this gate. This does not protect me. They can climb up this rock here and glitch anything horizontal from that rock. I'm guessing they've just crashed the server because this ladder has appeared here and this is my vulnerable point. If you look underneath the base here, the base is supported by the foundations. Now, what I've done is put a column of foundations here, ceilings all the way out. So when those little heads poke through this rock here, they can't go any higher. They can't glitch up through the floor because there's that little gap that gets them stuck there. Remember, if they get onto this ladder here, they can go straight through this wall sideways. Okay, now for a bit of fun. This is one of my loot rooms in here. If you notice, this floor here is actually sandstone. So if they try and poke that chest, they're going straight down into the green field and to the death. What I've noticed, because they've been my little mice in the experiment, is they're not very bright. They'll come straight into a base, slashing and take what they can. This furnace is my way up onto the next level. They get greedy, they take that down, they can't progress up. It's also going to be a nightmare for them to get up onto this with a really high ping. Because as you can see for myself, it's hard to get up here. And then imagine trying to glitch through that wall when you're connecting to a server. It's not really going to happen. So we're up and we're in. Again, access to the next floor is via a workbench. And another one of these funny jumpy walls. As you can see, there's a gap here on the wall. The lower the level is empty. It's got a wall that goes around the outside, and I've got stone pillars that are going straight up and connecting to an overhang. This overhang that you see jutting out going left across the base prevents people from jumping up on each other's shoulders and getting to the next level. So your bottom layer basically wants to be like this with the gap in between. You want a layer of pillars around the outside and a hollow wall, and then you want the overhang coming over it like so, because they will get on each other's backs and create a human pyramid. If they crash the server and they do get to the point where they can get up these steps here, they shouldn't be able to access the higher levels because of messing about with jumping on furnaces, etc. And as you can see, that is my loot room there, suspended over that big drop into the green and down the cliffs. Now this base can be replicated on any small mound. Like I said, as long as you haven't got a rock going up the side of the base, they can't get in using their little dirty methods. I hope that has given you some food for thought, because there's plenty of locations like this on the map to build. Alright, even the caves aren't safe because they can glitch up the rocks inside and drop down on top of your base. Alright, so do not connect your base to scenery and you will be okay. I hope that helped. Most important lesson I didn't tell you as well is the front door of your house. It needs to probably be a little bit higher than mine off the ground, so if you're going to build on a dome, build it off the ground, because you don't want somebody stacking up on shoulders and then going sideways through your front door. So just make sure it's a little bit out of the way. Alright. After this video goes up, I took one for the team though, because they're going to yog me. Cause that's what they do to bases they can't get into, they yog them. But like I said, not to worry, I'm going to have stashes all over the map like this just to infuriate them. Thanks for watching.